Fan Expo Canada Limited Edition takes place at the Metro Toronto Convention Centre, October 22nd to 24th.
Hey, this is James Marsters, and you're listening to Droids Canada.
This is David Faustino.
Hello, this is Andrew Chalmers, the writer and doctor in Doctor Who, Doctor.
This is Dr. Stevo.
Everybody, this is the Governator.
This is Inspector Gadget.
Hey, what's cracking, y'all? It's your boy J-Rock.
Good evening, folks. This is James Duval.
This is Jeremy Taggart.
This is Kim Possible.
I'm Chris Holden-Lee.
Hey, this is Pat Mastroianni from Degrassi.
This is the evil Dr. Bad Vibes. Again, this is Missy Bear. And this is more from X-Men.
Hey, this is Andrew Gusses.
This is Sean Gunn.
Hi, this is Robert Carradine.
It's Tammy Stronach from The Neverending Story.
Hey, it's Zach Callison.
Hey, I'm DJ Jenny Rob.
And I'm Neil Young.
I'm Commander Shepard.
Ralph Garman here. You're listening to Droids Canada. You've made an excellent choice. You have chosen wisely.
Warning. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello.
Howard, it's good to finally see you. I think there was a couple times we've been at different conventions and never really crossed paths before. So this is a great opportunity for me. I'm here with my friend Dan. Sorry there's no camera for us because I'm not really in a good location right now. So I'm kind of don't want to hurt your eyes with seeing my
It's all good, man.
room. All right. So, thanks for coming on to Droids Canada, being part of our show for to help promote Fan Expo as well. You're going to be there this weekend. We're excited. Hopefully we'll get to see you. So we'll just talk about some stuff,
You got it.
All right, Dan, what do you got?
I love to talk about myself. This is going to be awesome.
For sure.
Yeah, now, so, of course, Buffy and Angel, being the two iconic shows that they are. Is there any big difference between the shooting of both of those shows?
Not a lot. They were the same directors, the same writers, the same producers. Obviously, I was playing the same character. I'd already worked with David before. The only real difference is that on Buffy, we worked up to 20 hours a day. Usually you work 12 hours. You don't really work less than 12 hours a day in television, but you never really work more because you have to pay the crew double after you work them 12 hours. So they usually quit after 12. Buffy, a normal day was 14 to 16 hours. We really almost never went just 12. I can't remember ever doing that, but so it was 14 to 16 hours and it climbed up to 20 quite regularly. And you get tired on a level I didn't even understand existed. And then I go over to Angel and they're just on a strict 12-hour schedule. And that was just like a minimum day to me at that point. But that's basically it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Like, I work in insurance. So, I mean, working more than 11 hours, I'm losing my mind. But imagine working 20 hours. I don't know how you do it.
I think I just love what I do.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it. Yeah. I'm in heaven. Every time they call action, I'm in heaven. It's just getting to that magical word where everyone gets shut up and I get to do my thing. No, they don't have to pay me to act. They have to pay me to wait around so that I can act.
That's what I was going to touch on now. I understand that when shooting something, the majority of the time is spent waiting. Is there some truth in that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the art to it, actually, is remaining ready to be creative in the face of that much downtime. Mm-hmm. I remember feeling like I was a professional baseball player, and you know how they put the batter in the box waiting to go bat, and just being in that box for hours. But at any moment, they're going to call you and turn on a camera, and you have to be ready.
You got to be good to go.
And I'm like, what would a ball player do if you kept him in a cage for like 3 hours and then just said, and now it's turned to back? What would he do with that bat? And to whom would he do it? And so remaining present and creative and ready at moment's notice for millions of people to stare at you. That is the trick for sure.
Now, preparing for your role, I understand that you had to do a little bit of studying for the British accent.
Well, I came from stage, and so I had a workable British accent. I had a workable, pretty much any accent that you'd ask me to play. So I'm not Chinese. but the European accents, the U.S. accents, all that stuff I kind of had already done. I also watched a lot of Monty Python as a kid, so that didn't hurt. So it was workable, but it wasn't really perfect. And during season 2, they wrote the word bullocks for me to say, which is English for a man's, the things that only a guy has.
We'll just say parts.
Parts, yeah, his parts. And so they were an American, someone from the U.S. Wrote that, and they spelled it out bullocks. And so I said bullocks. And Tony Head, who's an actual Englishman who played Giles, came up to me after it aired and said, "We don't say it like that, you prat. You're embarrassing me back home. I'm going to help you now." And he tutored me by force for about 6 months. And we went over the script line by line until he thought that I was credible. And without that, I don't think that I would have fooled anybody in England. It's kind of funny today. I go over to England and I betray them. They think I'm English. So they always say, "Give us the sexy British accent." And I'm like, "What's wrong with the American one?" And they're like, "It's not so hot, really. It's not so nice."
I think some of that might depend on where you actually are, though. Like where if I go to Australia, I'm going to have the accent, not them having the Australian accent.
Yes, exactly.
That's true.
So I just have to travel to where my accent may be the hottest.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So taking Angel and Buffy out of the equation, I'm actually curious because we've met so many people over the years, and they get known for a certain role, and that's just the same thing they get rapid fire questions about all the time. So we'll remove those from the equation. What do people ask you about otherwise? Is there any other part of your work that they bring up all the time?
Oh yeah, they want to know about Smallville, about Torchwood, about playing Lex Luthor. They want to know what happened with that Dragon Ball movie. That's a good one.
Oh, the Dragon Ball movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting.
That one sucked. That movie sucked.
I was trying to be
I'm
nice.
a Dragon Ball Z fan.
It's like
I'm
being
a
in
fan.
it's like being in that batter's box. Can't always hit a home run. So then being both in the Marvel and DC universe, if you had to choose between the two, you only had one universe that you could belong to, which one would you choose? Hopefully this doesn't put you on the spot.
I don't have to choose. That's a false no. I get my cake and I eat it too, man. I love both. You know, I remember reading I was into Marvel comic books when I was a young man.
Right.
And my brother liked DC. And I kept telling him, man, in Marvel, everyone's mouth is open. It looks like they care. They're always screaming. And in DC, everyone's mouth is always closed, even when they're talking. I'm not sure if that's true anymore. I think, the heroes of DC are iconic. They're almost like Greek gods. They're a bit apart from the population.
Sorry.
But there's something in that, actually. The Greeks had something that was worthy when all the mythology. And I think that having a modern mythology around these godlike characters is kind of cool. And then Marvel is really, much more rooted. I recognize myself in the Marvel heroes more directly. I can identify with them more easily, and it's just a different way of telling a story, but I think they're both worthy, both good approaches.
All right, so I just have one last question for you because I understand we are running out of time now. If between the choice of a role of hero or villain, which one kind of speaks to you more? What do you enjoy to do more?
Oh, villain. Oh yeah, villain. You guys sound like you're nice people, so okay. I try to be nice, which is the art of not telling everyone what I'm thinking all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
We kind of edit ourselves to try to give the best sides of ourselves. And you get back to your home at the end of the day, and you're like, oh, I should have said something mean to that person who offended me. It would have felt great in a moment. And you just have to kind of bottle that up and then let it out when you get home. when you play a villain, you just get to barf all that out. And
The
it's
ocean
very...
called. The ocean called, and they're all out of shrimp.
That's a good way to look at it. All right, James. Well, thank you for being on our show. We appreciate it so much. Hopefully, we will see you Saturday. We'll be there Saturday, potentially Friday. I don't know. I'm getting the eye, maybe.
Yes.
But hopefully we'll run into you on Saturday. It's definitely been a pleasure for you being on the show today, and also look forward to seeing more of your work as we go along.
And James will be featured at Toronto Fan Expo this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So go check out his booth. Go check out the photo ops that he's going to be doing. Do you have any set panels that you'll be doing?
Yes, I'll be doing one. I believe it's Friday, but you're talking to an actor, and I'm not sure I'm right. But I'm definitely talking in front of a large audience at least once.
There you go.
Yeah, so go and check that out. Check out your program beforehand to see what time that is. Get in line early because there'll be a lot of people wanting to do that. So once again, James, we thank you so very, very much for joining us here on Droids Canada.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. You guys are really good at interviewing.
Well, hopefully we'll see you on Saturday. We can talk to you a little bit more.
There we go. We appreciate that.
Dan, what happens every Thursday?
That would be DCR Droids Canada Radio.
And what time is it out on Thursday?
That's from 9 till 11 p.m.
Dumb question. Where do you find it?
You find that at accessradio.ca.
And what's the best part?
It's